Hey everyone, welcome to Key West, Florida. Today we're going to be exploring some of the main tourist areas here in Key West, starting off on Truman Avenue, which is Florida's A1A. This is the exact location where I will be staying. This is 419 Truman Avenue, apartment 2F. You're more than welcome to book this property on Airbnb. It's quite nice. It's close to everything. You have great views. And we even have a pool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this walk. It is a scorcher out today. It's 89 degrees and feels like nearly 100% humidity. We'll start off by showing all of you the pool area in the back. It's a really nice property. Very tropical, very quiet too. One of the things that I was reading online and many of the reviews of properties on Key West is that it can be pretty noisy, particularly with a lot of the roosters crowing in the morning. So here you have the pool area in the back, which is quite nice because you have the kind of hot tub area. These really nice poolside cabanas. It's maintained very, very well. We'll walk all the way back to the pool area. And I really like the landscaping here too. It's quite tasteful. The pool area in the back. I believe that's a mango tree. It's again really nice landscaping. And then this area over here is like an outdoor bar, patio. You have a nice fire pit. It's very peaceful. You have a little bit of a waterfall on the pool. I really like these pavers. I think I may do this at my house in Miami. The pavers with the individual rocks that are separating all of them. This is the barbecue grill area. And we'll take one more quick loop around and then we will head out and explore Key West. But pretty satisfied with the property. I stayed here only one night, but I really enjoyed it. Would definitely recommend it. And it's only about 7 blocks away from the southernmost tip of the United States, where if you stand right there, you'll be exactly 90 miles away from Cuba. Okay, we'll now exit the pool area. And head out to the street level. I will warn you all, though, if you are traveling to Key West, it is unbelievably hot here. And I know that may sound obvious, but I'm used to the Miami heat. This is really unmatched. You can't even compare Miami heat to Key West. Key West it's an animal of its own. I'll quickly cross the street just so you could see the property. Because maybe if you're thinking about staying at Key West for yourself, this is the property. So I stayed on the top floor, which was quite nice. Once again, this is 419 Truman Avenue. And it's right off of Duval Street, which is kind of the main tourist attraction area where you have a lot of the bars, a lot of the restaurants. You also have Black Rifle Coffee Company just off to the right, which, by the way, has amazing coffee. Unbelievable coffee. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, but it's better coffee than some of the best coffee shops that I've been to in Manhattan. If you've been watching our New York City walking tours, it is really good. It is that good. So here we are on the corner of Duval Street. If you were to make a right and head all the way down Duval, this will bring you to the southernmost point of the United States, in which case you'll be exactly 90 miles away from Cuba, which is a very cool experience. I took some photos of the area there. But we'll continue to head northbound. If you come to Key West, one of the things I'd recommend doing is going out on a boat and doing the snorkeling. It was an unbelievable experience. I'll try to give you the exact name of the place where I went to. But I took a boat, let's see here, and we went all the way out to a lighthouse. It was called the Sand Key Lighthouse. And it was amazing experience. It was unbelievable. I'll pull it up on Google Maps so you could see. So this is it if you want to look it up on Google Maps, Sand Key Lighthouse. It's unbelievable. The water is so clean and clear. And I want to say it took about, 20 minutes on the boat to get out there. So it wasn't too bad. And it was a lot of fun. And you should go during sunset. So we took off at around 4:30 p.m. and we came back, I think at 8 o'clock. So we got to see a really nice sunset on the water. It was amazing. So that's what I would highly, highly recommend doing. And if you have your snorkeling equipment, you could jump in the water, swim around. You could go down and check out all the coral reefs, but you just can't touch any, because if you do touch it, obviously the reefs will die, and it takes a really long time for them to grow back. So feel free to take a look, but just don't touch anything. Key West sometimes feels like you're in an old western town that has a tropical vibe. This is the Casablanca Hotel. Everyone's also driving around on those golf carts. In Key West, you also have a lot of the roosters and chickens walking around everywhere. Which is quite the unique experience. We do have some in Miami, Florida, but not to this extent, I'd say.
I catch them for you and give them to you.
Thank you, man. Just before I filmed this video, we had this unbelievable rainstorm. But then it clears up and it's a wonderful day out. This is the Funky Chicken store. Just the properties are so beautiful. Love the American flag here. Wow, look at those flowers on the trees here. They're these bright yellow flowers that make a pretty nice contrast between the backdrop of the house and the green of the leaves. This is the Salty Rooster. You also have a ton of cigar places, like cigar lounges, which is obvious, right? Because we're only about, 90 miles from Cuba, quite literally. This is Limes and Pies. This is a key lime pie shop for Key West, which is a famous and very popular dessert in Key West, Florida, which is very, very nice. Here you have a lot of the different bars and stuff. This is where the majority of the nightlife is. The further north you head on Duval Street. Here's some more chickens, roosters. There's a lot of these little boutiques, knick-knack shops and things like that.
Hell yes. Where would you get it?
I love how they just walk around amongst all the people. At night you'll find them jumping up into the trees. Oh, here's another one. This is now Angela Street and Duval. Places to get lobster rolls and clams. Yesterday I went to the Ernest Hemingway house, which was a unique experience. It was very, very cool. We're going to keep going up all the way until the water. And this is where you could get a lot of the different boat tours and charter boats for fishing and things like that. I really like all these very, very small, quaint homes that were turned into these shops. It really gives it a small town vibe. Here's a view looking back the other way. You can see everybody getting around on these golf carts. Old Havana Cigar Company. It's like a very unique cigar lounge. I don't smoke cigars, but I really do like this smell, I'm not gonna lie. It does make a good gift. A box of cigars. Making the noise over the microphone.
No.
Key West police driving around on the bicycles. It's definitely not a bad job being a police officer in Key West. This is the Strand. This is a Walgreens now, but I believe it was an old theater. It looks very, very unique. Wow, look at that little car. That was the hop on, hop off Key West bus. This is Willie T's. This is a bar. This is a very famous place. You do have some high-end retailing here. You have a Coach store. It almost looks a little out of place being in Key West, though, to be honest. This is the San Carlos, 1871. I actually want to cross the street for all of you because this building is just so beautiful. You have to see it. Look at how unbelievable that looks with that Cuban flag there. Oh my gosh. What a stunning building. 1871. This really looks like you're in Cuba. This looks like a quintessential building if you're walking the streets of Havana. I love it.
See, I don't know what.
I would love to visit Cuba. I'm just not too sure the status. I mean, let me know in the comments, but I think US citizens can technically visit Cuba if you go for, what is it, like humanitarian reasons or something like that? I don't know the exact thing, but I believe President Obama, or maybe it was President Trump, opened up travel from the United States to Cuba, I believe. And that's a country I really, really want to visit. Oh, look at the blue color on this building and this really stunning pink color on this building. Wow. All right. We're going to continue north. and we're going to be approaching Caroline Street. Oh, I went to this place yesterday. I would highly recommend it. This place is unbelievable cookies. So make sure you mark this down on your list of places to go in Key West. I had a piece of key lime pie here and M&M cookie here. It was unbelievable. This place is freaking unbelievable. Very good. They have half-pound cookies here. And I also think they make their own fudge. That's the one I got. And it smells very good in here too. So check it out. The smell is unbelievable from the inside. Oh my gosh. So good. This is my first time being in Key West, and I'm really, really enjoying it so far. These buildings are so pretty. Wow, look at the architecture on this church. This is St. Paul's Episcopal Church. I want to try to get some video inside. We'll be quiet. We'll be respectful, but I'm just so curious what it looks like inside. We'll be quiet here. Wow. They even have the holy water in this seashell. How great is that, right? Love that. It was beautiful inside. All right, everyone, let's continue on our walk. Oh, here's an airplane taking off. What did you guys think of the inside of the church? This church is from 1832. That's incredible. Wow, everyone, look at this. It says St. Paul's Episcopal Church. 1832, the oldest in Florida, or oldest in Florida diocese. The present church, 1912, is the fourth on this site. I wonder how many hurricanes that church has been bombarded with over the years. Across the street, this says this is the oldest schoolhouse. This is right on the corner of Eaton Street and Duval Street. We'll wait for the light and then we'll cross northbound. The sun here is unbelievably strong. You gotta make sure you put like 1,000 pounds of sunblock on. Oh, look at this place. Kermit's Key Lime. I'll have to try that before I leave. This is the oldest house museum. And then right in front of us here is the Key West Women's Club. The Martin Hellings House, constructed in 1892 by Captain Martin L. Hellings, is one of the few historic houses in Key West not built of wood. Wow. Hellings was a native of Pennsylvania and a Union soldier in the Civil War. Wow, look at that brick on the facade. That is so cool. Wow. See, there's so much history here. I think I would need a few days to really explore it. Oh, and they give free tours here too. This is the Hard Rock Cafe, Key West. This is now the corner of Rose Lane and Duval Street. I like how they spray paint the street names on the side of the telephone poles. And of course the telephone poles are concrete, most of them. Now we're on the corner of Caroline Street. Whistle Bar, the Bull. I was walking this area last night and it was extremely busy. I think this is where the vast majority of the nightlife, the bar scene is. I mean, I was walking this area at midnight, 1 a.m. I think there's another place that actually has a 24/7 live stream. And it's called Sloppy Joe's, I believe. Pretty much all up and down here, it's just bars and bars. We're about to walk past Sloppy Joe's. Maybe I'll have to cross the street so you can see it a little bit better, but here it is. Sloppy Joe's Bar. And that's the camera where they have the 24-hour live stream. So you can see it there. It says Duval Street Live. And it runs 24 hours. That's so cool. And it looks very, very busy in here. It's a very cool vibe. We'll briefly cross the street just so you can see the main facade of Sloppy Joe's. You can hear the roosters down there. It's very, very unique hearing it. Oh my gosh. They were screaming at like 6:30 this morning. Which is really when you want to get up anyway, because you want to see the sunrise. This is the Conch Shack. And now we're going to be coming up to the water.
What is it?
You can see all the water in the street from the crazy rainstorm this morning. It's like a lake in the middle of the road. Here you have Harbor House. The Conch train, world famous. Oh, look at those white puffy clouds. Hopefully the camera is doing it justice, because it's almost just an indescribable beautiful day. The sunshine with the big white puffy clouds, palm trees. It's really tropical paradise here. Now over here is where I took that boat all the way out to the lighthouse. It's by the Hyatt Hotel. This is the Hyatt-centric Key West. And you can see the water all the way at the end. You know, the public parking is pretty expensive here. I think it's $6 an hour, or if you spend $60, you could stay a maximum of 10 hours for the public parking. Let's check, actually. Yeah, 30 minutes, $3. 1 hour is $6, or the maximum $60 buys 10 hours. That's pretty expensive for street parking, but it is rather a scarce asset here in Key West. So plan accordingly. Make sure if you're staying at an Airbnb or something like that, request at least one parking space, because you're going to run up a crazy bill parking on the street. Hey. Established in 1829. And here is the marina. Let's see if we see any fish. Yesterday I saw puffer fish. Apparently that was very rare, but as you can see, the water is pretty clear. You can see directly to the bottom. We have Pirates Cove. Oh, here's some fish. Let me know if it comes out on the camera, but you could see him right here. Yesterday I was able to see some dolphins too. But it really is paradise here. There's a fish. I was even able to see some of the Coast Guard vessels too. And these are the charters for the deep sea fishing. And there we have the good old US Coast Guard in the distance. Let's walk all the way to the end so you could see the US Coast Guard ship a little bit better. But I mean, the visibility since I've been here is unreal. I think the coolest thing is watching the storms roll in, because it could be a beautiful sunny day like this, and literally in 15 minutes you see these massive storm clouds come in and it just like pounds Key West with torrential rain. And then that is the US Coast Guard in the distance. If you enjoyed that walking tour of Key West, Florida, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care. Wow. Oh, cool. Wow, that water looks unbelievable.